Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about the exponential moving average. There is a really good page on Investopedia which describes more about this exponential moving average. I recommend to have a read of this document which has the formulas, how to calculate it, and it also has a really good video just below. So I recommend watching this video as well because that explains the difference between the simple and the exponential moving averages. So once you have that understanding in place, the next step is to apply it to your trades. So here we've got the SPX 500 futures, and let's just say, for example, that you entered like a trade here, and let's say you entered about um, let's say you entered about here, right? So how do you? Okay, so let's say you can see here that it starts to go up, and it reaches to about this point here, where it's still going up, so everything is good, right? So then all of a sudden we start to see the blue line. So generally when you have blue, green, yellow, red, that is the 9, 13, 21 and 55 exponential moving average. So when you have the blue line, the 9-day average starting to cross, say starting to cross the 13 and the 21, that's generally an indication that something is going to happen. So here we can start to see the blue line moving downwards, and then it really takes a dramatic step. It's heading towards the 55-day average. So this is quite dangerous. So you may not pull out here because you want to see what's happening. And let's say you pull out right about here. So if you pulled out here, you would have lost a bit of money due to the spread. So even if you went up from here to here, you would have lost money, which is fair enough. But at least you got out. Now the important thing to highlight here is the blue line is moving down. It's not moving it's not moving across, it's not moving up, it's moving dramatically down. And the other important factor is the 55-day average is also moving down. So let's say, for example, you really you wanted to confirm how the direction, you can actually see here the red, it crossed over, the blue is still dramatically going down, and the red is also dramatically going down. So you basically pull out your trade right about here. You take a loss, but at least you don't take a massive loss. So, and then we can actually see here what actually ended up happening is it actually dropped all the way down to here. So you probably would have even had, like, if you had leverage, it would have been like a stop loss, and you would have lost a lot of money. Depending on how much you put, of course. So let's move on to the next one, right? So this part here is actually where we were before. So we went up from the, so I'll just take that out. So we entered here, we saw that dramatic drop, we dropped all the way down, and now the market has picked up again. And look at the red line. The red line is coming across. So we'll just build that box again. So we're at this point here. So the red line is actually heading kind of like a little bit on an incline on up. And notice the blue line here is shifting up. So this is an interesting scenario. We might actually enter the market here because we can see things are really moving. And then if we just move a little bit more, and we have confirmation here that the blue line is moving dramatically up with the green and the yellow, and the red is also moving. So you could possibly enter the trade. You can see here the blue, green, yellow, red. You could enter the trade right here. And then if you enter the trade, let's see what happens. It dips a little bit, but it's still going up. So everything is good at this stage. It's not really moving much, but it is kind of moving up in an up direction. You stay, and then the blue dramatically shift down. Okay, so now you start to think, well, I better pull out this trade, right? So you monitor the red, and the red is still going straight, and then you say, okay, hang on a sec, I just want to say what's happening, and then the red actually shifts up. So it doesn't go down, it's still shifting upwards. Whereas in this one here, when the red shifts, um, sorry, when the red moves over, it continues in a downward direction. But in this situation, the red is still moving slightly up. So you might say, well, hang on a sec, I might stay in this trade. I want to see what's going to happen. So you keep going, and it's still going up. And there it is. And then you form again the blue, green, yellow, red with a bit of a distance between them. So that's a good sign it's going to go up. And then all of a sudden, we dip again. We dip, but look at the red line. It's still predominantly going up. It crosses over, it goes down a bit. We're still up in money, but we want to see what's going on, so we continue the trade. And as we continue the trade, we ride it basically all the way through here. And then it has a really nice pump all the way up to the top. And right here, if you rode this all the way, you would have made some really nice profit with good leverage and a good income. And then obviously this is the close of the SAP. I like to just, I don't trust, the stock market. So possibly even about here, I would have just pulled out at 6:30, and I don't want to see what's going to happen on Monday. Anything can happen. So pull out your trade, take your profit, and yeah, that's a really good indication of how you can play the exponential moving average. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned something.